Hey guys, welcome back for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my first chopping video. I took a loaf out of not every vendor that I have, but some vendors that I have that I've been wanting to chop up for a while. So I thought I would get on camera and just kind of chop them up with you guys. I want to do more chopping videos. These are actually my favorite kind of videos and videos that I'm always looking for on YouTube, but I really don't find too many, and I find myself watching the same ones all the time. So yeah, let's get into these. So I have 5 loaves that I want to chop up with you guys, and like I said, they are from different vendors. The first one I have here is from Hayden Rowe. This one is Zesty. The next one I have is Gray Sweatpants Matter from L3. Next we have Destination Wax Fresh Laundry. Here we have Vintage Chic Scents. This is one that I've never chopped any of her loaves before. I got this in a D-stash, so this will be my first time chopping her loaf. So we'll see how that goes. This is called Meet Me in St. Louis. And then the last loaf I'm going to be chopping, which I did cut into a bit, is Teddy B's Teakwood Tango. So I do microwave my loaves, and I've kind of gotten it narrowed down to how long for each vendor that I like to microwave for. I'm actually going to start with L3 first. I love cutting up L3's loaves. They cut up so easy. And I am behind the camera, so I'm going to do my best to make sure it doesn't go all blurry on you guys. So this is my board that I chop on. I have my chopper that is semi-clean. I do microwave, sorry you guys. I do microwave on a paper towel. So I'm going to do that. So have you guys put away y'all summer scents yet? I have just about gotten all my summer scents put away because I am ready for fall and masculine blends. So here's the loaf. It's a gray one. I am going to microwave this 30 seconds on this side, 30 seconds on that side, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I microwaved this for 30 seconds. I started on this side first and then on this side. That way it's easier for me to chop. Not sure if it's helpful at all. I do have a conventional microwave, so it is a higher wattage. It is 1700 watts. I do know with lower wattage microwaves, you do have to microwave for a longer period of time, but just go according to your wattage. I feel 30 seconds on each side is a safe bet. That's just what's worked for me. So let's get the chopping. I tend to always start on this side, but I'm going to start on this side for you guys. So this is a little tricky for me because I am left-handed, so. So I just make cuts like this. I tend to do them thicker because when I do them thinner, I find that they crumble sometime in the middle, or they get like that rippling effect. And then I like to put them to the side. I do apologize. You can hear my kids yelling. They're in the basement playing. And then I just chop them this way. I will probably switch you guys over so it's easier for you guys to see me chopping since I am on the opposite side. Okay, so I have you guys switched over so it's easier for me to cut since I am a lefty. I didn't take that into consideration until I started chopping. So, yeah. So, let me read you guys the notes on this one actually. So, Gray Sweatpants Matter is Steel Sugar, Pepper Suede, Bergamot Waters, and it says blend credit to Fran Rete. I think that's her name. This is a blend I absolutely love. It smells so, so good. I picked this up because of Danny, of course, the masculine lover. She raves about this one. So I had to pick it up. And this is actually my first time trying it. And I did pick it up in a loaf. I don't really care for pepper suede on its own. I got it in a sample with a order from L3 and I didn't really care for it all too well. So I do cut them. I'll show you on the next one. But yeah, I didn't care for pepper suede on its own. I think that's a BBW type. But I do cut these down the middle. So right about here. And then I'll cut that down the middle again. So I do cut them up into 4s. I used to cut them into 3s. But I realized that I was using a lot of wax. And I was going through a whole lot. So I decided to cut them up this way. Sorry for the crinkling. I do kind of just put them back in there. If it is a softer wax, I will leave them in the tin. But it's just become more so of a headache just to get that back in there. So, and with L3, I don't have to worry about that. Her wax doesn't go soft for me. So I'll just, if I can get them in there. I'll just leave it in there. I will put that to the side once I'm done chopping everything. And that will go in the baggie that it came in. So after each one, I will take my straight chopper and just kind of get everything off the board and get it with the paper towel. I don't worry about saving all the little scraggly pieces because I find they tend just to make more of a mess in the bag. So next I'm gonna go with Hayden Rose Zesty. So this one is a two-tone color and I absolutely love this one. It's so, so pretty. I've noticed with her wax lately, she has some dye spots, which is just fine with me. This one I'm going to microwave, same as L3, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that microwaved, and I don't microwave on the same paper towel. I do microwave on different ones. Yes, so while I said I am ready for fall, I am not chopping any fall scents just yet. I've kind of gotten my summer scents put away for the most part. I'm at the point where I'm kind of just like melting my clean blends because I'm not quite ready to melt fall during the day. So I could have microwaved this for a little bit longer. I did 30 seconds on each side, but it's still cutting pretty good, but I can feel it's a little dense in there, but that is quite all right. But yeah, I'm not ready to quite melt my fall scents during the day. So I kind of just been doing my clean blends during the day, like my cleans, my masculines, and my mints. So yes, have you guys been melting any of your fall blends during the day? If so, comment what are your favorite fall blends and give me some recommendations. This is my first year melting fall. It'll be my first year buying fall bender wax. So I've seen so many different types of scents, and it's like so intriguing. Like I'm used to buying wax from Walmart, so to see all of the like different types of like pretzels and just like things you don't see in retail wax, it's like, wow, I wonder what that smells like. So it's been really interesting seeing different types of scents. And I have my daughter behind the camera and she wants to chop one, so I'm gonna let her chop this one. Go ahead. Yep, chop it right down the middle. And then you want to chop here. There you go. She could not wait to do that, you guys. She is my camera woman, making sure that I stay in focus and it doesn't go all fuzzy on you guys. But yeah, I do have some fall scents that I purchased in D-Stash from, let's see, Vintage Chic Scents that I have been absolutely loving. I think my next chopping video is going to be fall scents. I didn't do them this video only because I was in the chopping mood for some loaves. And I don't have any loaves and fall blends. I mainly have soufflés. So my daughter wanted to show you guys, this is her favorite blend so far. This is from the Pharmacist's Daughter, and this is Different is Beautiful, and this was part of their special they ran for autism awareness. They did donate the earnings, but it's pumpkin pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, vanilla buttercream, and birthday cake. She loves this one. I'm not so much of it's not that I don't like it, I'm just not big on spice. Spice is just one of those things that I really have never been much of a fan of. And the Pharmacist's Daughter pumpkin pecan waffles, it's definitely heavy on the spice for me. So, see, this is why I said I probably should have microwaved it longer, because it's kind of coming apart at as I chop, which is okay. It's perfectly fine. And while I don't, like I said, I don't usually keep the stragglers here, I am actually going to keep this because I'm going to take a small piece from what I just cut, and I am actually going to add that to my bathroom. Put that in one of the warmers in the bathroom. So I really wish I had a Rose Girls loaf to chop for you guys, because Rose Girls is one loaf that I absolutely love cutting. I know a lot of people say they have a hard time cutting them, but I think I've pretty much gotten Rose Girls down to a T and know which one in cutting them. So we have Vintage Chic Scents. This is Meet Me in St. Louis. Warm, cozy linen with a hint of sweetness. This one here is Hayden Rose Squeaky Clean and Zen Garden, which Zen Garden is it's bonsai. And Squeaky Clean is a soap scent of hers. So like I said, I've never melted a Vintage Chic scent loaf. So I'm going to just going for the gun. I'm going to chop it just at the top just to see. You know what? I think I may have to microwave this one. This one feels a little bit dense. Yep. This is one I'm going to microwave. I'm going to go with 30 seconds on each side. That seems to be my safe bet. I'll check it at 15 seconds on each side to see where I'm at, but I'll be right back. All right, I am back. So let's see how this one chops. I'm actually not going to chop it that small. I kind of went small the first time there. Okay, so I'm going to do this a little bit longer. I'm not going to do it longer this time. If I happen to have another Vintage Chic Scents loaf, I will probably go for 30 seconds on this side and 45 on that side. So yeah, that seems like it'll be the best thing to do. Yeah, which is quite all right. That's a little thicker than I wanted, but it's okay. I am gonna do this one thicker only because I feel like if I make my top smaller, it's kind of gonna just ripple and crumble. So I do apologize if I sounded far. I forgot to put my mic on. Yeah, this seems to be good. So this one I bought from a stash. I actually purchased her flowers in this scent and absolutely fell in love with it, you guys. This smells, if you ever walk past a laundromat and you kind of like smell like the dryers with the dryer sheets and everything, you kind of just walk past a laundromat and just smell like, to me this is more of like a running dryer sheet. This one smells absolutely amazing. It's so warm and so cozy. This one, I feel like I need to microwave. It's gonna crumble on me here. I'm actually gonna put this in the microwave for 15 seconds. So I'll be back. Okay, 15 seconds. While 15 seconds may not seem like a long time, it is, I find, more than enough. So let's see how this chops here. Yes, much, much, much better. Yeah, I like that. So, like I said, I'll do 30 seconds, top side down, bottom side up. No, yes, top side down and then bottom side down, for 45 seconds. That seems to be the sweet spot for her wax. Maybe even a little bit longer because we'll see. It's very much a trial run when trying to cut new vendors wax. Like I said, this is my first time chopping up a Vintage Chic scent, so it's a little learning curve, but I think I got it. When I first started into vendor wax and I started chopping, you guys, I was so terrible at my chops. I was very much like OCD and wanted all my cuts to be perfect and all of them uniformed and even. And oh gosh, not anymore, because I have realized that just wasn't gonna happen. So just taking it for what it was. And these end pieces, I just cut right down that line. That's pretty much my guideline, which I never thought about using it as my guideline, as cutting the wax as like a whole. So maybe I'll try that one day with a different one. I feel like this should have been one wax that I kept in the tin, but it's all right. No fuss. So you guys have to tell me, who is your favorite vendor for fall scents? Right now, the fall scents that I did try, I would have to say that my favorite vendor for fall as of now is Rose Girls. So I tried Carbs with Girlfriends, I believe it's called. That is amazing. It was one I was so scared of. When I first purchased from Rose Girls, it wasn't a pre-order. So I took advantage and I ordered myself a loaf, and I was not disappointed at all. And then I purchased an item from Adee Stash because I wanted her mango sorbet and can type and a souffle, and someone had it up for Adee Stash, and it came, they were selling it in a set with Christmas Eve and Cookie Land, which I think is an eggnog one. And you guys, I fell in love with that one. I said, I'm just going to buy this whole Adee Stash and then de-stash that loaf. But I end up absolutely loving it. The next one I am going to chop is Destination Wax Fresh Laundry. Fresh cotton linens right off the clothesline. No folding involved. So I'll be back. Okay, so I did microwave that, same as the others, 30 seconds and 30. So my daughter just asked me a question. She's like, you should do a video one day on that. And I was like, you know what? This is the perfect video to do it. So I'm going to talk about it. She asked me, Mom, how'd you get into vendor wax? And I said, you know what? I don't even know. Turn that down, buddy. So I think I got into vendor wax coming across a YouTube video. I had started Instagram with a hair page. Actually, it started off, I have very curly hair, so I started off with the curly hair page, and I came across Zape, and I started to follow them. Never really kind of paid much of attention. I kind of browsed the website a little bit. And this was when Zape had, at one point, was selling warmers. But I wasn't really big into, I was melting candles and things like that in Walmart wax. So I wasn't really big into vendor wax. So at that time, I didn't really pay much of attention. But I remember just looking at their page one day and I was like, huh, that looks interesting. And then it started with the YouTube video from there. And that was really kind of the end of that for me. So this one I feel is kind of melting in my hand, and I think it's really mainly the outside, only because The microwave is warm from all of the melting. I mean, the warming. So yeah. So I started watching a video. The first video I actually watched was Sasha Ism's video, and it was done from there. I was hooked. Zape happened to be the first vendor that I did try out. This was back in February, part of her Valentine's collection. I have not purchased from Zape since, only because I find that I'm not a fan of clammies. So that was, she does have very good wax, and I love her scoops. I will always go back for her scoops. But so far as clammies, I don't think that clammies are something that I'm going to purchase. Again, from Zape. And it's not really so much just Zape. I've noticed that a lot of vendors who use clammies, they have that plastic smell to them. And I was speaking with a different vendor who's such a sweetheart, and she was telling me that a lot of times when you pour wax in clammies, it's one of those things you have to like pour to ship. She was telling me that you really can't pour clammies and then let them sit, because that's when they tend to take on that plastic smell. It's very much you pour it, you let it cool, and you ship out. So that's one thing that I've kind of just learned along the way with the waxes. Clammies, not so much. It doesn't keep me from purchasing from a vendor, especially if that's all they offer and it's a vendor that I really do want to try. I still will purchase. And if the wax is good, I'll definitely keep purchasing. It, like I said, it won't keep me away. I placed my first, sorry guys, I placed my first Scentsy order, and they're just clams. But they have a scent that I absolutely love. It's called Beach Bonfire or Bonfire Beach, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So the last loaf we have is Teddy B's Teakwood Tango. This is mahogany teakwood type, vetiver, rye driftwood, and apple mango tango. Didn't realize I saved the easiest for last. Teddy B's is not a loaf you want to microwave, at least in my opinion. My baby girl wants to chop again. So, like I said, Teddy B's is not one that me personally that I'm going to microwave. That's going to be a mess that I don't want to clean up. But I need to figure out how I want to cut this, because usually I will kind of just put it back in. But I'm not a fan of how the cuts come out when I cut them upside down. But I know that's going to be a pain actually cutting it this way and then trying to flip it. But we can do this. We got this, guys. I'm just going to make sure this goes back in the right way, because it's nothing like chopping up your wax and then going to put it back in, and it's the opposite way, and then you have to take it back out. And at that point, I'm just like, I give up. I don't want to, I just want to throw it in the bag. But this is a wax I feel it's going to be a whole hot mess if I were to leave it in the bag. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to actually cut up like pre-cut slices like I've been doing, and then just putting it in the bag that way. There we go. I think think I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm actually going to, so one pet peeve I have is with wax, which I'm like really trying to fight, is cutting them this way and then having like different angles when I go to put them back in there and it's all like just all messed up. I like to have them really kind of uniform and even as much as possible. So I'm just going to use that as my guideline. Let's see if I can get you guys in here. And then take it from there. That worked. That's my first chop. And it seems like I'm going to have 3 pieces here instead of 4, which is fine. And this is another problem of being a lefty. You get no straight lines. My daughter's saying she's a righty. She's rubbing it all in my face, which is quite all right. All right, I'm going to let you make a chop. So I'm going to mark out where I want you to cut. I probably will make these smaller since they are, let me get a paper towel, since they are only 3s instead of 4s. So I am going to have you chop right there, Ariana. This is my firstborn child. Her name is Ariana, and she is 12 years old. All right, she is very, she's shy. She's been telling me, I want to say something, but I'm scared. So maybe I ought to have her in more of my videos. Easy to cut, right? I didn't have to microwave that one either. And then I have my 4-year-old who is sitting at the table on my tablet because I refuse to let him take it downstairs. So this one I absolutely love, you guys. So I did a video when I hauled this. I had hauled 2 of her loaves along with a 804 essentials order, and I didn't post a video. I didn't like how it came out, so I just chose not to post it. So I do have her apron on, and that's kind of what I'm rubbing my hands on. So don't rub this on your clothes, you guys, because it's a pain to get out, and you don't want this messing your washing machine. So being that these are bigger cuts than I want and then I would actually melt, when it's time to melt this, I will actually cut it in half. It smells good. It smells really, really good, right? So I believe it was this way. I still didn't keep it up. Yes, so I didn't really care for how the quality came out on that, so I just chose not to post it. But I hauled this, and I also hauled Hot Girl Summer, which I was going to chop, but honestly, I think I'm going to destash. I don't know. You guys, I thought I was gonna love it. But I end up not really, this broke. So, I end up not loving it. So I don't think it's one that, this wax is really, really soft.
It is really soft.
I know. I don't think it's one that I'm going to keep. Like I said, I really thought I was going to love it, and I didn't. I don't know. I kind of want to melt it to give it a chance, but at the same time, I'm just I honestly think I'm not gonna like it, so I kind of feel like, hey, what's the point in melting it when I can just really sell it as a whole loaf? But I'll see. I'll give it a chance and take it from there. But oh, where I was going with that, actually, I kind of went off track there. I had never smelled Apple Mango Tango or Tequa type, which I think is a Bath and Body Works type. And I only grabbed a loaf because I hear that Teddy B's Ready to Ships is Hunger Games times 10. And I was like, nope, I didn't want the drama of trying to order a loaf and then go back to chunk bags and then order from there and have something fly out my cart. I knew there was only 2 things that I wanted. I set myself for a 2-item budget. So I knew that I didn't want the hassle of going back and forth. I wasn't familiar with her Ready to Ship. I wasn't familiar with her website and how the Ready to Ships work. So I decided that I would get a loaf, and that if I didn't like it, I knew I could always destash it. I knew that I am just going to put everything back in the bag. I knew that Hot Girl Summer was a fan favorite from Teddy B's. Sorry about that if you heard that, guys. Somebody's needs a new muffler out there in their car. Yeah, so I knew that Teddy B's was one that if I didn't like it, that I could sell it in destash and it would go. So I didn't really which is why I picked up, I'm like, keep going off track here. So that's why I have this in a loaf, even though I had never smelled it. I figured do the 2 cents in a loaf, and I didn't like it, I would get rid of it. I didn't want to do souffles because I think buying 2 souffles and then paying shipping was just not worth it. And I didn't want to do chunk bags because I felt like, oh man, if I really, really liked it, I was really going to regret not getting a bigger size. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go for the loaves. So that's what I went for. You guys have to let me know how you like chopping videos. Like I said, I absolutely love them. I didn't want to make this video too long, which is why I didn't grab so many loaves. Honestly, you guys, I was only going to cut 2 because of time. I'm already at 40 minutes, which is okay because, like I said, me personally, I love chopping videos. So I figured there is someone, oh, you guys, it smells so good, the fresh laundry.
The laundromat.
So I knew that there was somebody out there who's going to share the love of long videos and chopping videos. So then I'm going to melt this one in the bathroom. I have those little scraggler pieces over there. I like doing it this way and adding it back into the tin. I'm actually going to show you guys, excuse me, the tin once I'm done this, which is why I like putting it back into the tin and then kind of letting it cool in there. Got a lot of scraggly pieces here. So there's like a couple of scraggly pieces coming out of there, and they're just like coming off the loaf. I like for them to come out in the tin than in the bag because they tend to make a mess after. hot pouring, I'm actually gonna mix this with Zesty. I feel like that would be great. I absolutely love Fresh Laundry and Bonsai mixed together. So being that that has bonsai in it, I think I'm really gonna like it. But I actually was looking into metal tints today because I do use, go give me the cupcake liners right there on the bookcase. I'm gonna show you guys what I do use. Yeah. So this cooled down really, really quick. This vintage chic scent loaf. So this is what I currently use, like these cupcake liners. And they have like a plastic in there and a kind of paper on the outside. I have one from earlier. I forgot to put it in. This is L3's Pink Sugar Lavender Clean Cotton, which I really, really love. But I use those, but I want something more permanent. And I don't want anything that's disposable. So I was looking at some metal tins, like egg tins, like egg tart molds, like quiche molds. So I think that I found some that I really, really like. And I think I'm actually going to invest in getting a couple. They are very inexpensive. I found a 20 pack for I think $13 or $11.99. No more than $15 after tax. So I think I'm gonna invest into those. Just because I'm tired of cotton balling. I'm tired of hot pouring. I have tins all over my freaking house. Like there's probably a tin by every warmer because I'm forgetting to bring the tin, and so I like leave tins around every freaking where. So yeah, this is my chop for the night. Like I said, my next chopping video will be some fall scents. They will probably be souffles. So yeah, you guys leave it in the comments. Let me know how you like this video. If you want to see a lot more chopping videos. I love chopping videos. I want to do so much more. I want to do loaves, souffles, different shapes, and the whole nine with you guys. So y'all have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whenever y'all are watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.